One thing that I found tonally weird about the show is that at the beginning of the series, Kamala, she really wanted to go to Avengers Con, and her mom was like, no, absolutely not, it's too late, you can't go. But then at the end of the series, she gets her powers, and then her mom was like, yeah, sure, you go out, stay as long as you want.
Wait, what? What did he say?
That's not...
I'm calling my mom.
Okay, so before I begin, just a little warning that this is going to be a spoiler review. I'm not going to talk about every single thing in the series, but I'm just going to point out some of the things that I really liked in the show. So Ms. Marvel is the newest Marvel superhero to premiere on Disney+. Kamala Khan is played by Iman Vellani, which is a Pakistani American, and so is Ms. Marvel, and I think that was a great touch to the show. And I really feel like that this show didn't get the amount of attention that it really deserved. And it's probably because of one or two things. First thing is that this show, the first 3 episodes of the show, premiered with the penultimate episodes of one of the most anticipated shows of the last few years, Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I really would like to know the strategy of that when you have a show premiering not only the same time, but the same day as this big show that's going on. I don't see the sense that made. 2, there were blatant racist hate groups out to get the show in the first place, saying that, oh, they're replacing Carol Danvers with this Indian gay girl, and that sentence right there is just wrong on so many levels, I don't even want to touch it. But what I can say about my experience with the show is I completely fell in love with it. The way, the style, the art that they brought the city to life, I loved it. Off the back, it just gave it its own unique individual feel, and that right there is what the MCU really just needs to do. Give every show, every movie their own distinct feeling. That way, so people just don't get superhero fatigue. I also love the supporting characters of the show. Kamala Khan's family and her friends and the people who they just interacted with were a breath of fresh air. I don't know much about Indian or Pakistani culture, but to have the showrunners and the directors and the writers of the show be from an Indian background, a Pakistani descent, it really made you feel like you were in their shoes. I like these supporting characters so much that I was really bogged down when we decided to move the city out of Jersey City and go to Pakistan for episodes 3, 4, 5. Don't get me wrong, I love seeing different locations, learning about different cultures, but it just started to feel like it was just missing something for me when we just left Jersey City. And maybe that's because we gave the most generic villains of the show, the clandestine, we gave them kind of more screen time, and the more screen time they had, the more I hated them. And it wasn't their fault, or it wasn't all their fault, because it was a little bit their fault, but I just felt like they were just nameless goons at a point. One thing that I found tonally weird about the show is that at the beginning of the series, Kamala, she really wanted to go to Avengers Con, and her mom was like, no, absolutely not, it's too late, you can't go. But then at the end of the series, she gets her powers, and then her mom was like, yeah, sure, you go out, stay as long as you want. It's like...
Wait, what? What did he say?
This is my niece that's normally in the background, not saying anything.
But so you're just gonna tell me that if I got superpowers, I'll be able to go out as long as I want?
That's not...
I'm calling my mom. Hey, Mom.
Okay.
So, if I had superpowers, would you let me stay out later?
I don't know. Let me think about it. This isn't a Marvel episode, so I'll just wait for Thanos to snap his fingers and we'll see what happens.
Well, I guess that answers that.
Okay. Or was I? At the end of the day, I would recommend the show, especially for the ending. Oh, the ending. Completely forgot about the ending right there. So it was revealed at the end of the series that Kamala Khan's a mutant, and that made people very excited or very angry. And that's because in the comics, Kamala Khan wasn't a mutant, but she was an Inhuman. Disney did not have the rights to use the word mutants, so they started pushing the Inhumans, and around that time is when Kamala Khan got introduced. And they was like, hey, let's push the Inhumans further and let's make Kamala Khan an Inhuman. So when they made her a mutant in the series, all the Inhumans fans were like, what are you doing? No, you can't take her from, it was a lot. But the co-creators of Ms. Marvel came out a few days after the finale and said, no, we actually wanted her to be a mutant, but we got the mandate to make her an Inhuman. So Big Papa Kevin said, yeah, hey, don't worry about it. I'm going to make her how you guys intended on how you guys really wanted her. And I feel like that was a great idea. If she's the gateway of how we get mutants into the MCU, is it gonna be like the comics? No, but then again, nothing is. Nothing's exactly like the source material. So I like what they're doing, slowly introducing the mutants, soon introducing the X-Men and Fantastic Four. Do it with familiar characters. You're gonna make some people mad, but at the end of the day, I think it's worth it. All right, thank you guys for coming. Please remember to like and subscribe. There's a little red button down there. You just gotta click it just to subscribe to help out the channel. All right, guys, till next time, bye. I should probably check on my niece though to make sure she didn't, I don't know, fall in a vat of acid or something. Let me go check on her.